couple to think that they're so in love. They're like lovebirds. When you're around them, you can see they are definitely sweethearts. And they have raised 6 children. And the amazing thing is, it's so sweet, is that I know that these two have such a servant's heart. They have exampled it by serving their country, Mr. Aiken in the military, his daddy in the military, and their sons, some of their sons, serving our country and protecting our freedoms that we so much enjoy. And then serving in the capacity of the political realm for 24 years. That says a lot. People know that they stand for family values, for strong marriages, and all of the things that we hold true in our nation. And so as I was thrilled to get to be a part of this gathering, I just thought in my mind, you know what? As I talk to my children every day, and I'm pouring into their lives the things that are important, the things that are most important, because I know they grow up so fast. And today they're with us in the home, and the next thing we know, they're grown and having their own families. And the most important thing that I've said to my children, I look them in the eye, and I often say these things to them. As I get your eyes, I'm going to get your attention, and I want to get your heart. And I'm going to share this message with you from my heart to yours, just like I share with my children. You, in this life, you will be a success if you do 2 things. That's what I tell my children. Number 1, you love God with your whole heart, soul, mind, and strength. And number 2, you love your neighbor as you love yourself. You look for ways to serve those around you. And it starts right here in the home. Look for ways to help your brother and your sister. And you be the first one to give them the big piece. You break off the cookie, break it in half, you let them pick which piece they want. Because most likely they'll want to pick the big piece. And I think as we teach those things in our home, that is what I see this family representing as they go out into their community, into their nation now. God has set them in this place to serve and to make a difference for our country. And I think years ago, we had an appointment to go to Little Rock, to the Arkansas Children's Hospital with one of our children for a little procedure, and we went back for a checkup visit. And it just so happened the day that we were going for that visit, we heard on the Christian radio that there was going to be a rally on the Capitol lawn to ban partial birth abortion, that they were going to be asking the representatives and the senators there in our state to ban that awful procedure. And so I remember Jim Mom saying to me, well, we're going to be across the street, and it'll be right about the same time that we finish up with this appointment, so why don't we just go across the street and be a part of that? And so we did, and of course we'd never done anything politically active or getting involved that way, but it just so happened they were there, and so we went there. And there were 2,000 people there on that lawn. And they were just asking our representatives and our senators to vote down and to vote against partial birth abortion. Well, we were shocked. That day, they did not vote it down. They passed it. We were devastated. We were like, I can't believe that. And at that point, that is when God laid on our heart to get involved. And Jim Bob, as we were talking and praying about it, he said, you know, Michelle, we may not have a lot of credentials politically, but he said, I really believe we have 2 credentials. Number 1, we can vote the right way on life and death issues. And number 2, we could probably encourage others to vote the right way. And so we, as a family, we said, you know what, this is not Daddy running for office. This is all of us serving our community. So we printed up pictures. At that time, we had 9 children. So we printed up a family picture, and on the back of it, we just went down and stated what we stood for. There was no question where we stood on the issues. And we went knocking door to door in our area with Grandma Duggar and all of us pushing strollers, you name it. Went up to doors and handed out our cards and just said we'd appreciate your consideration. If you go to the polls, we would love your vote. And so we, by God's grace, He put us there to serve. And we had the honor of getting to serve, Jim Bob did, with Governor Huckabee. And I think what an amazing time we saw in that 2 sessions that Jim Bob was there, but mornings where men would choose to gather in Governor Huckabee's office and get on their knees and pray for their state and for the decisions that they were going to be making through the course of that session. And I say all of this to say to you, and I know that you ladies that are here, probably many of you are very active in many ways in your community. Just the fact that you're here shows that you care about your nation, your country. But I say, from someone who didn't know anything about politics, and really I still don't, in a lot of ways, and I think it really is more about the issues of the heart. That's really what it is, and that's what we bring into all of this. Because really, ladies, we are the ones. I think the saying, the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. A lot of us in this room represent that and know that what we say, who we contact on a weekly basis, people that we brush shoulders with at work, people that we go to Bible study with, we're talking and we're communicating with them. And I think by getting out the message that, you know what, there is a big contrast in this election between these 2 people, and Mr. Todd Aiken stands way above in his convictions to make a difference for what's right in our country. And so we need to make sure that everywhere we go, we get stickers and wear them, ladies. Don't be afraid to wear these stickers. You talk about making a statement wherever you're at and just share. This is the man for the job. This is the one that we want to represent us and to help make big decisions for our country, because I really believe that this election is going to be one of the most crucial elections of our lifetime. And we want people there that represent our values. And so now, it is my wonderful honor to get to present to you the former First Lady of the state of Arkansas, Miss Janet Huckabee.